What mind stories are we living in? So the mind, we have 70,000 thoughts a day, apparently. So the mind is constantly creating thought and it's creating the reality that we live within all the time, moment by moment. And it's doing it most of the time without us realizing that is what is going on. And the story that it creates is the story that I live within, like it's real, like it's reality.
Mm.
So I had a client the other day who has a story in his head about presenting at board meetings. And the story is a deep-rooted thinking that they're not going to like what he has to say. So he's going into the board meeting already with a certain thinking that he wasn't previously aware of, that was grabbing his whole way of being, that shut him down before he'd even started. Um, I noticed yesterday I went out with a friend and he didn't respond to me when I was expecting him to after we'd been together. And I noticed that I'd created a story as to why that was. And then a couple of hours later, it turned out to not be that at all.
Mm.
So I was living in this, what felt like the reality of what my friend was thinking, that actually I'd totally made up. So I'm just recording this because part of our work is to, like, part of my work, part of our work as coaches is to stop people to say, okay, moment by moment, right now, what what's the mind doing? What
Mm.
story has it created? And in particular, I'm interested in what stories has it created, the ones that are disempowering me or having me feel negative feelings or having me feel anxiety. It's like we have stories about everything all the time. We have stories about our relatives that shapes how we are with them. We have stories about the state of the world. We have stories about what our day is going to be like, what the business is like,
Mm.
etc., etc., etc. And just recording this as an invite to stop and go, okay, hang on a second. Is what's going on in my mind, do I know it to be real? Do I know it to be true? Is it fact or is it thought?
Mm.
Is it fact or is it thought?
Mm.
And in the moment that I see that it's like not, it's that it's thought, and I don't know that it's fact, is I can release myself from the grip of whatever is gripping me.
Mm. Yeah. And it's the feeling, isn't it, that you mentioned that is the indication of how much freedom of mind we've got or how caught up we are in these
Yes,
filters
because
of perception.
yes. And really the feelings are giving us an indicator. If I'm caught up in some negative feelings of frustration or fear or overwhelm or whatever, it's the body's way of indicating that something is awry
Mm.
in my thinking, actually, in
Mm.
what's going on in the mind.
Mm.
I noticed it this morning actually, and I noticed I woke up with a certain level of tension, and what I noticed is there was like about eight different things that were going on in deep down in my thinking that
Mm.
were causing this tension.
Mm.
And so for me this morning, there was listing all that out and releasing myself from what was going on in my subconscious.
Mm. Yeah, because sometimes we're not actually aware that we're entertaining all this thinking because it's looking so real. It looks like we're just responding to what's out there. But actually, when we notice by the feeling that we're not in the present moment, we're caught up in these thoughts that are coloring the way we're seeing the world around us. It's helpful, like you were saying, just to come back to oneself and just reset almost.
Yes. Yeah, and this is going on. I think this is an exercise that we can each do every moment of every day, in particular when we're feeling some negative feelings. But
Mm,
every moment of every day, there's an opportunity to go, okay, let me just stop and go, okay, where am I at? How clear am I as a channel for effective work?
mm,
How much flow is there going on, or what stories are going on? And that's really the little invite from this video
yeah.
is to stop and go, okay, right now, where's the thought taking me that is not fact, is a
Mm.
thought created reality?
Yeah.